Going on, everybody? It's June 24th, 2025. Had a nice small pullback trend in the markets. These days are rare, 5% of the time they happen. Today's gonna be a little bit quicker review, doing some back testing. I've been thinking, I took a hit last night, and I've been thinking a lot. I didn't trade today. I've been thinking a lot about how I've been trading, and I think I'm gonna go back. I've been trading three different, I, so I trade second legs, but I have three different entries. One is the 50% here, or excuse me, one is buying on top of opposite bars. I get 1R. So here's an entry. This would work today. Another one could be when a with trend bar gets 1R. So just eyeballing. So here, this bar got 1R. In this case, it never came back, but let's just pretend that it did come back. And then, my target's right here. And then the last one is the 50% entry of microchannel. So maybe we started from here, there. So here's the microchannel. Let me just pull this down a little bit. So microchannel here, pull back, and there's my target. And I went back and I was looking over the trades I've been taking, and I think I'm going to just start trading only 50% pullbacks, whether that be a whole microchannel or just one bar and go for a scalp, something like this. The reason for that is because, well, actually, I just showed it inadvertently. So the first trade I showed you guys was, see how this gets 1R and then pulls back. So the bulls that buy above here get 1R, pulls back, and I make my trade right here. Okay, so that's one version, but look at this. If I just waited for the 50% pullback, so the next bar, and I put my order here, I go here, I'll get stopped out if I did that one bar. But let's say I do 2 bars or 3 bars, it's still the same, it's roughly the same entry. I sit through like maybe a tick of drawdown. I don't know if I make more, but what I'm getting at, it's less decision fatigue. I almost took this trade too, and then I was thinking, I don't know. And look, 53 bars down, gets a second leg. There's a counter trend move, leg 1, pull back leg 2. So I think I'm gonna really just going forward. I'm really just gonna be trading 50% pullbacks, whether that be micro channels, 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bars, however many bars. I'm gonna use some today's extra time to refine what I'm looking for. So yeah, today's gonna be a quick one, and I always share my thoughts and ideas on Discord. So if you're looking to hear more about that, check out the Discord channel. I only trade second legs. I'm just getting a little bit tired of the decision making. I like 50% pullbacks. It's the most common pullback. And next month, for probably the rest of the year, my work schedule is going to change because I'm looking forward to taking the Trade With Me class with 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐿. So I'm just trying to save up to pay for that. And then I'm also doing some things with Randy Howell on the side. So between those two things, I need to, I'm going to work full time so I can pay off those classes quickly. Then I'll go back to working part time. So what I'm trying to get at is the 50% pullback works on the overnight session more than the other one. So I can be more handy. I'm working with Claude right now to make a signal generator so I can get a ping on my phone, run to the bathroom, put the limit order, and then, it'll work or it'll fail. But look right here. This is what I mean. See? 50% pullback. Strong bar. You can even count this one. Pulls back, goes 2 bar. I like that. I like those fast ones. Whereas maybe I'm looking to trade the bar this bar makes 1R. I don't get filled, and then now I've missed my entry here. So 50%, it encompasses more. I can get more, and it still falls in line with trap traders. It still falls in line with second legs. This is an interesting one. Look, big bar right here, 50% pullback. It meanders, almost tags me out, but I didn't take the trade. But then look, it hits anyways. So there's 2 trades I could have taken right there. Again, it's just some thoughts. Let's see. This is kind of a bad bear channel. See, we have leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3, and it failed. And that's something I can easily spot. I was just trading in my head today at work, and look at how many. Today was a small pullback trend, and I always feel weird about talking about targets hitting on trend days because it's a trend day, it's gonna go. But just count how, like, all I would have to do is hit one or two of these, and it's just a lot. The context is there. Look, let me turn on the numbers. Bears short 22. They're trapped. Market rallies. They start shorting 27, 26, 27, 28. They get their 50% here on 29 and 30, and then the bears are buying back, bulls are buying, front running bulls who bought 23 are buying here, second leg traders are buying here. So that dynamic exists, and it's easier for me to spot. So, and the reason I'm talking about this is because I was talking to Randy Howe this morning from a psychology perspective, and I was thinking like, well, what setups are bringing in the most money? And yeah, maybe I have more, maybe like the amount of opportunity I have to trade two more setups isn't outweighing the decision fatigue, if that makes sense. So look, here's another one. Here's a big 50% pullback. It's going to work today. It's a small pullback trend. But what's also interesting on this is I'm looking to start my own account soon. You guys know I trade with funded accounts. And I'm going to swing the 15-minute chart. So the possibilities for me having like just more exposure to the market, maybe here. Okay, don't get filled here. What about 6 to 8? No. Okay, what about 8 to 14? Maybe. Okay, there's a swing, and I'd swing that, so I'd hold it for way longer than what it is. Maybe go for 2R on my personal account. But that's well into the future. I'm still gonna wrap up the back testing today. I've been rambling for 6-7 minutes, but I think it's important, for all of us to, let this be a lesson, because some of the hits I've been taking have not been on my best setups. So that's what's annoying me, is that I'm not even, I'm making money on the 50% pullback, and then I'm losing it on subpar setups. So got to zone in on what's working, and then just keep pushing. Because if you remember, if you were in the Discord, I traded FOMC last week, and I think it was last week or whatever week that was, and I made a killing, and that has completely messed up the consistency rule of my prop firm accounts, and I started betting too much to try and. So one of the accounts has to get to like $5,000, $6,000. So I started betting more. I was betting more on subpar setups. I took some nasty hits last night. So I just threw in the towel today. I had to take a breather. And that's when I was talking to Randy, kind of going back and forth. And that's when through email, not on a personal level. And that's when I came to the conclusion, wait a minute. I'm sizing up on subpar setups. Still have to do with second legs, but even the counter trend second leg worked today. Look, that was early in the day. I don't think any heck, 3 bars here. That worked. See what I mean? So it's interesting. I really want to challenge myself to see if I can only trade. But even right there, a bear. So there's bear setups that work today, which I would not be looking. This is the only bear setup I would take because I thought the market was a little bit overextended, but as the gap stayed open, it became obvious. It was like, right, if we have a small pullback trend and the first touch of the EMA is around bar 52, so that'd be right here. It happened on 49 today, 48, 49. You're probably going to see one more new high today. In this case, we saw 2. Again, this is a rare day. But here's an example. Look, 3 50% pullbacks work for the bear side. So I do try and push people in the Discord to trade a system. And this is a good example why, is because I think that I'm going to pull in more money. I'm going to be able to push size more comfortably, maybe in a couple weeks. And I'm going to start tracking again on TradeZella. So I'll be sharing those maybe at the end of June, July, August, maybe around August. Let me build up some good trades and that are only 50% pullbacks. Been rambling a lot. So today, again, is going to be a quick one. I wanted to make today's discussion more about setups and what we just talked about because it's important. It's important. I do want to be a discretionary trader, and the fast way to discretionary trading is through systematic trading. Okay, so I'm going to speed through this one, guys. Weekly chart, big bull bar closing on a tie. We're talking about. So this is a trading range. Remember, gun in a box. You shoot a bullet in a box. The momentum under 20 bars would usually get spit out the same way. Here's your bullet. Here's the box. And now that momentum's getting spit out. There's resistance right here, but bulls just want to break through that. And bears want this to be some sort of final rally. Like 1, pull back like 2, deep, pull back like 3. It'll be interesting to see what happens. You know, small pullback trend. We're coming towards the end of the month. And yeah, 2 days. So here's yesterday's bar. Went below the EMA. Big rally with good follow through today. So let's apply the 50% logic. I like talking about trap traders a lot because that's how we're going to get better. Bears that shorted down here and shorted here yesterday are now trapped. They're underwater. So they're waiting for some sort of signal to get short. They're going to get short. They're going to try and get out at break even. If they can't get out at break even, that means they're trapped. They're hitting out for a loss. If they get out at break even, they avoid a loss, but they still have to buy back shorts. And that's what's important to me, is that bears are buying the same time bulls are buying, so the market becomes one-sided for a brief moment of time. That's that second leg dynamic. Gonna speed through this one. Big gap up, bar 1, 2, and 3, bull bar. We have a gap here. Bad follow through. Bad follow through with bars 4, 5, 6. It's a bear channel, and now we have a bull channel. We have a gap up with continuation, and now we have a bear channel. So trading range behavior. Trading range does get broken out of, and 1R is met right around here. Bears get their second leg down. Second leg traps are very common in trading ranges, and we can see the tail on 9. There were more buyers when the market came close to the EMA. Bar 9, small inside bar, could be considered a third leg. Leg 1, pull back leg 2, pull back leg 3. Now we've got a odd looking wedge bottom maybe here. Starts to rally today. Bar 11 and 12 create a gap. Excuse me, bars 10 and 11 create a gap. 12 becomes a pullback, testing the high of 9. Bar 10 is a breakout bar that gets followed through with 11, so that makes bar 9 a bad breakout bar. Retest with bar 12. Follow into leg 2 for bars 10 and 11 happen on 13, inside bar 14. Breakout 15. We have a wedge top breaking out. Bulls got momentum, breakout, deep pullback. 18 is testing the high of 10, and then we start another rally with many gaps. Again, when we have 2 open gaps at the beginning of the day, you got to think trending behavior. You don't have to think small pullback trend because these are rare days, but you got to know at least one side has a leg up, because this gap show us that one, in this case, bears are getting trapped. Gap show us that one side is getting trapped. Delete that. We have another wedge bottom flag here. Starts to rally. 21 bull bar closing on its high. Bad follow through 22, and then we have a nice 4 or 5 bar rally. 23 to 21. 23 to 26. 4 bar rally. Inside bar 27. And then it starts to pull back. Small pullback trends trap traders because it always looks like the market's going to reverse, and then it doesn't. So bears keep getting short and being forced to buy back. Bulls are being forced to chase the market at a new high. Pretty much every buy is at a new high. So bulls are buying in small pieces. Since they have to keep buying small pieces, at the same time bears are buying back shorts. This is enough tension to create a small pullback trend. Read that. It's in the trends book. I'm still reading the trends book. I've been really consumed with outside work in regards to psychology and 𝐦𝐨𝐫𝐞. So those book breakdowns are on hold because I got to do this classwork. I'm looking really forward to it. Starts in September, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. He's trading 1 day live, and then we're going to have, I hope it's like over the top aggressive work that's going to when I took Systems Academy last year, I thought that was going to break me because it seemed like a lot of work, and then I got through it. I was like, yeah, it wasn't that bad. So now I want to see what is the next level of work that's going to break me. And I'm hoping I find that within Trade With Me with 𝐦𝐨𝐫𝐞. I'm looking forward to that. And I got Randy Howe's stuff until August, and then I got more stuff with him later on this year. I'm looking forward to that too, because that's a deadly combination. Trading psychology with a professional, and then learning systematic trading with another professional price action trader is just a disgusting combination. So next year I'm going to still be in training. August makes 4 years of trading for me, so next year, going into my 5th year trading, I'm pretty excited to see those stats, because that'll be done with Randy. That'll be almost done with Ali, and I'm sure one of them will have another class I'll be interested in taking. Anyways, rally pulls back. We have another rally. Sean to get a second leg. It is becoming climactic here. 31 through 39 becomes climactic. Look at that. 50% pullbacks tagged, and then you get the vacuum up to the new high. Gorgeous. And we have another rally. 49 through 53. Here we go. 50% pullbacks tagged again. It's great. And then you can see the market starts to go sideways after the morning range got into 1-to-1. So yeah, guys, again, I did speed through this today. I wanted to talk a little bit more about setups and what direction I'm going, because I want you guys to know who you're following. A lot of you guys are messaging me, and you guys gotta know I'm not 100% profitable. I'm not consistently pulling out profits yet. I really want you guys to know who you're following. Like, I say that as I hide my name, but I meant I'm not the best trader yet. I'm still in training, but if I know something and I can kick it down to you guys, I will 100% of the time. So you guys have a good one. If you learned something, share a show. Don't be a hoe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Thank you everyone for your time. Bye.